Democratic Party convention was set and ready to meet the anticipating candidates running for Senate.
A friendly competition to give back to charity takes place on the bowling lanes.
Santa Ana Pony League's Little Sluggers get recognized for their dedication to baseball. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Around and About Orange County News. I'm Claudia Buccio.
And I'm Alan Servin. Welcome to the show.
This year's Democratic Party took place at the Anaheim Convention Center, and our reporter, Claudia Carrera, was there to cover the event.
From smiles and cheers to standing ovations, the three-day Democratic Convention had over 3,000 attendees showing support for their party. Democrats continue with a very busy agenda as they try to work on different issues. A few of the issues addressed included education, healthcare, equality of opportunity, immigration reform. Some of the more anticipated speakers included Nancy Pelosi, Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, and Loretta Sanchez. This year's convention focused on the unofficial battle between two candidates running for Senator Barbara Boxer's seat, who is expected to retire in 2017. Attorney General Kamala Harris and Congresswoman Loretta Sanchez are fighting for the party's nomination. Harris believes her experience as a criminal prosecutor makes her capable of fighting for consumers and equal rights for all. Sanchez, who recently announced her candidacy for Senate, hosted a Margarita Mambo event to meet with potential supporters and remind them of her 20 years in Congress. On the second day of the convention, Loretta Sanchez was watched even closer after a video surfaced on the internet of her making a whipping gesture in reference to Native Americans. Many found this offensive.
He says, I come from the Indian American community. I'm thinking, great. He goes, when can we meet? So I'm going to his office thinking that I'm going to go meet with, right? Because he said it.
The next day, Sanchez apologized at the convention, stating the following. In this crazy and exciting rush of meetings yesterday, I said something offensive, and for that, I sincerely apologize. A few people shared their thoughts with AAOC.
Comment, but being a congresswoman, she shouldn't be making comments like that. That's what
The only thing that comes to my mind right now is just ignorant. That was kind of rude of her.
When Harris, who is half Indian American, was asked to comment on Sanchez's gaffe, the only thing she had to say was,
I don't know what to say to that, except that that was shocking. That's shocking.
It is too early to tell who the California voters will choose in the 2016 election.
I'm undecided because we have two very strong women running for U.S. Senate. And one of the beauties is that before, you look at other states, it's nothing but men that run. But in California, we've been fortunate to have a lot of women.
Both candidates are minorities. Sanchez comes from Mexican immigrant parents, while Harris is the child of an African American and Indian American. Voters will have to decide when the time comes. Reporting from Anaheim for Around and About Orange County News, Claudia Carrera.
Thank you, Claudia. We will keep you posted with future Democratic events. Authorities have discovered a woman hoarding 22 dogs in her Santa Ana home that may have been neglected for years. She faces animal cruelty charges. Santa Ana Police Animal Services was called out to a home in the 2200 block of West 14th Street around 9 a.m. on Tuesday. These included Chihuahuas, Pugs, and Terriers, all suffering from neglect. 19 of the pooches are in need of medical care. They are receiving treatment at the Orange County Animal Care. Supervisor Sandra Berg said, and I quote, "The dogs are in pretty bad shape. They have mange, eye infections, ear mites, and some are underweight. Also, the majority of them have scabies, which is highly contagious from dog to dog and also to humans."
It's been nearly 4 weeks since she was found, but the cause of death of a young Orange County woman is still an ongoing investigation. Here's Erica's story.
A family said their final goodbyes to a woman who was found dead in an Orange County forest after vanishing on Valentine's Day weekend. Erica Melissa Alonso vanished after going on a Valentine's Day date with her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Orange County Sheriff's officials said. The 27-year-old was last seen alive in the early morning hours of February 15th after an argument with him at his Irvine apartment. For 10 weeks, family and friends plastered missing person flyers all over the county, took to social media, rallied a huge support group to spread the word, and held 2 candlelight vigils, even releasing red balloons on Erica's 28th birthday. The woman's father buried his daughter, who would have turned 28 in March, as he vowed to find out what happened to her. "I'm not going to stop," Isaac Alonso said. "I'm not going to stop until we find the person who did this." Erica Alonso's body was found near San Juan Capistrano along Ortega Highway in the Cleveland National Forest on April 27th. An autopsy showed Alonso's cause of death as undetermined, and her body showed no obvious signs of trauma. Erica's body was identified through fingerprint comparison, but an autopsy did not reveal a cause of death. At the time of her disappearance, investigators said all statements by the boyfriend checked out. The night she disappeared, Erica Alonso and her sometime boyfriend befriended a couple at the Sutra Lounge nightclub in Costa Mesa after going on a lunch date. The group went to Erica Alonso's boyfriend's home in Irvine, where she and her boyfriend got into an argument outside, officials said. Here's what Sheriff spokesperson Jeff Aaoc had to say.
Anything's a possibility, but I mean, we're talking about somebody who had a job here. We're talking about somebody who has family here, and for her to leave after spending a night with friends on Valentine's night, it doesn't seem very likely, but anything's possible.
Family and thousands of friends mourned the loss at her memorial in Laguna Woods. Her father said she is now in the hands of God and will always be remembered as a happy, confident, and friendly woman. Erica Melissa Alonso, a young woman, she was remembered today by friends and family, about 500 people. In Laguna Woods, I'm Jeff Sparks for Round and About Orange County News.
Solving the mystery and seeking justice for Erica are the final chapters in this story. If you have any information, please call 714-647-7000. A 23-year-old Santa Ana man was shot to death in a suspected gang-related killing while riding his bike late Tuesday in Santa Ana. Officers received a call about a shooting a little after 11:30 p.m. in the 3900 block of West 5th Street. The cyclist apparently had a confrontation with the car's occupants. No arrests have been made and no descriptions of the shooter or the vehicle were available Wednesday night. Anyone with information is asked to contact detectives at 714-245-8390.
Every strike counts to support those in need. Adon Servine has this rolling story.
Love Across the Ocean held its 4th annual bowling tournament this past weekend in Westminster. Love Across the Ocean, or LATO, is a non-profit organization that builds schools in rural areas of Vietnam and provides humanitarian aid. KCAL9 News anchor and president/founder of LATO, Lena Nguyen, tells us more.
It's a foundation I started when I went back to Vietnam and saw just what poor conditions children were living in over there. And education is so highly regarded in Vietnam, but they're so poor that they don't even, they can't afford an education. So I started this foundation to be able to build schools and help kids go to school. And then I saw there was a greater need, people were worried about when and where they'd get their next meal. So we kind of help in everything. Humanitarian relief, giving people food, clothes, medicine, and helping kids go to school.
The tournament was a fundraiser to raise money for disabled veterans in Vietnam and a medical mission for kids.
And we're raising money because I'm actually going to Vietnam on a medical mission. I'm bringing a dentist back from America to go and do tooth extractions and fillings for people who've never even been to a dentist.
The charity event included participants from LA County and some from Orange County. There were even lanes for children to bowl. We even asked Lena Nguyen about her bowling skills.
You know what? I swear there is something with one pin there. No matter how well I bowl, one pin always stays up.
In Westminster, Alan Servin, Around and About, Orange County News. If it's .com, Lena's gonna get so mad at me.
Well, at least you didn't strike out at dawn. If you would like to make a donation, visit the website loveacrosstheocean.org. With the county in a severe drought, solutions continue to be debated. For 15 years, environmentalists and local activists have fiercely fought the proposal, and it isn't a done deal yet. We may be drinking seawater in 2020. Huntington Beach's Poseidon Desalination project is advancing. The board of the Orange County Water District voted 7-3 last week to work out a deal to buy all 50 million gallons of water from a desalination plant that Poseidon Water plans to build in Huntington Beach. The facility would separate salt from seawater, send the water to homes in the county, and discharge the concentrated brine back to the ocean.
Police use of force tragedies lead national headline. Accountability or invasion of privacy. The debate for body cameras multiplies. Jeff Sparks investigates the local angle.
The fatal police shooting of Santa Ana resident Ernesto Canepa have raised the public's concern on many issues, including the case for body cameras on police officers. The Santa Ana Police Department is studying the issues and gathering citizen comments at community meetings. The most recent April meeting added to information presented earlier in the year. Many police departments are exploring their own programs and policies for recording their own perspective. All need to consider many factors before officers hit record. Policies, the Constitution, and operations are some of the major concerns. The policies involve who controls the recordings and whether an officer can view the video while writing a report. Commander Jason Viramontes spoke about the department's progress.
Well, at this point, we haven't decided anything. The department's going through an exploratory process whereby we are thoroughly researching and vetting out any concerns, any benefits, any challenges, everything that needs to be considered when looking at implementing a body-worn camera system.
A community activist voiced his concerns after a meeting.
Maybe most importantly, there was a case of, I'm forgetting the guy's, Jose Vargas Arzate, and he was beaten by the police, and there was video of that. It wasn't body-worn cameras, but I would speculate that just having the cameras may have improved the officer's behavior, knowing that they were being filmed.
Other agencies, such as the Anaheim Police Department, are already using these cameras. An unidentified Anaheim PD officer told AAOC off camera that his experience recording public interactions has been positive. Other agencies with similar programs already in place have reported positive results, including increased public reassurance and fewer complaints against officers. If Santa Ana Police Department officers were wearing body cameras, would cases such as the Ernesto Canepa confrontation have ended differently? In Santa Ana, I'm Jeff Sparks for Around and About Orange County News.
Local agencies are in these cities. Anaheim, Fullerton, and Huntington Beach are all in the early stages of implementation. 10 years ago, Rachel Aaoc was the girl next door, smart, beautiful, talented, and healthy. But now, the 37-year-old Aaoc is battling severe anorexia and wants to warn others about the disorder. Aaoc has been battling anorexia for a decade now, dropping from a weight of 125 pounds to a shockingly small number. As Aaoc continues to battle his disorder, she hopes her story will raise awareness to others who are in danger of going down a similar path. There is never a boring weekend in Orange County. Our host, Marty Gill, will fill you in some entertaining news.
Hello, everybody. My name is Marty Gill. I have a lot to cover for this week's entertainment segment. And now to show us a bit of our county's history, here is our reporter Warren to show us the Irvine Museum.
Hi, I'm here at the Irvine Historical Museum, and I was told that we'd be getting an exclusive tour inside, so what do you say we go check it out?
In the city of Irvine, there is a rather discreet structure, which happens to be one of the oldest buildings in the city. This now serves as the Irvine Museum. One of the things I learned here was that the city's indigenous people before colonization used reeds to make baskets and used very simple tools.
And I've been doing this work for about 4 years. I've been involved here. The museum actually has been, the Historical Society has been together since 1976. This building is actually been here much longer. This building was built in 1877. It was the original ranch house of James Irvine, the first owner of this land when it became the Irvine Ranch. This structure was the first ranch house where he would come and stay when he came to visit from San Francisco. And so that's why we're lucky to have it preserved, still have it here, and that's why it acts as home to our Irvine Historical Museum.
Besides the pre-colonized era, the museum does have several dedicated sections to different points of the history of the city. Although small, the museum does make thorough use of its small space. So there you have it, folks. If you want to see some of the history of our county, come over here and check it out. Reporting from the city of Irvine for Around and About Orange County News, this is Juan Carlos Carrillo.
If you would like more information, visit our site at irvinemuseum.org. Knott's Berry Farm is getting ready to debut its newest ride, Voyage to the Iron Reef. The 4D interactive ride opened to the public this past Friday. It begins in a 4-person submarine and takes riders along a 600-foot track with all kinds of murky, mysterious creatures along the way. During the 4-minute ride, passengers get to use ray guns to try to freeze the Queen of Kekron and her minions to stop them from pulling the roller coaster into her underwater world. It sounds a lot like fun, not just for kids, but for adults as well. Now let's check out the piece of sound on the art of singing.
Singing is a gift that not everyone has, but Florentino Zarate is one of the few gifted ones. Since he was in school as a teenager, he started getting interested in music. Florentino Zarate is an opera singer and a voice instructor now. It took him several years of practice and discipline to become a good singer. Thanks to his passion for singing, good teachers in Santa Ana High School and at the University of Long Beach has formed him to become a great singer.
Well, this program was actually my thought since I was in high school. Recently I wanted to do is get the students the training that I didn't get when I was in high school. It allows them to break through their walls. It allows them to explore different feelings, different emotions, being able to explore how to perform on stage, as well as in their personal life. It gives them a little more confidence and it boosts up some energy to want to continue doing whatever it might be, even if it's not music. Definitely. When I was in high school, I had always dreamed of coming back and giving my services to them. I wish I would have had the same thing when I was here back in between 2000 and 2003. And I wanted to make sure that the students were exposed to the arts of music, to make sure that they know what they wanted to get themselves into, and encourage them and give them pathways to different teachers, different colleges, and open up their mind other than thinking that there's no other place for music.
A few years ago, after he graduated, he gives back now to his students and the community, sharing his passion for singing. He is giving the students the opportunity to have extra voice lessons after school, teaching them vocal exercises, and preparing them for future school concerts and auditions. Florentino's love and dedication has made a difference in the students' lives.
Yes, a lot. Like a lot. He definitely knows how to teach, and he knows how to bring you out of your comfort zone. It took me around a month almost to learn the solo, but performing it took me, learning how to perform like that took me around like a year or two, and thanks to Florentino, he got my confidence up and my voice trained.
From Santa Ana High School, reporting from Around and About Orange County News, this is Nancy Cruz.
I feel like singing now. Thanks, Nancy. A fully immersed experience and a reflection of Disneyland's past. That's what visitors to Disneyland and Disney California Adventure will get this summer when they see the new attractions and the revamped ones headlining the theme park's 60th anniversary. Though some of the upgrades have already made their way into the park, the celebration officially begins at 6 a.m. Friday when the gates to both parks swing open for 24 hours. Guests can expect to see a remodeled version of Main Street Electrical Parade and of the new fireworks show. All these attractions are getting me hyped for summer. With that being said, that is all I have for you this week for entertainment.
Thank you, Madi. Former Top Cop once dubbed America's Sheriff was released early from federal prison last week. 59-year-old former Orange County Sheriff Mike Corona served 52 months of a 66-month sentence for felony witness tampering. The charismatic former sheriff, convicted in 2009 as part of a federal corruption investigation that rocked Orange County, will likely be moved into a halfway house to begin his resettlement with the community. He served as the county's top cop for 9 years of his 32-year career in Orange County law enforcement. Corona was convicted of trying to persuade a former top aide to lie for him during a federal investigation of the corruption in the sheriff department. Well, I hope you have your Cracker Jacks ready because Rudy Garcia has a very special sports segment. Thank you.
Thanks, Claudia. Along with those Cracker Jacks, I think a nice cold drink and a soft chair will do. Now let's get on it with sports. Playing ball for a cause, a local league provides support for youth and their communities with relief, pitchers, and switch hitters.
The Orange County Regional Baseball League is a group that allows players from various walks of life to enjoy the great American pastime in their leisure. These part-time sluggers are a compilation of full-time fathers, husbands, and baseball enthusiasts who desire to have another crack at the diamond. The league has 3 divisions composed of 29 teams and have games on Saturdays and Sundays with no cover charge. Players use wooden bats as opposed to aluminum and play with the passion of the majors and a league of their own.
It's OCRBL, Orange County Regional Baseball League. There's 10 teams in our league. It's all wood bat, men's league, 18 and over, and I don't really know too much about the history. We've been playing, this is our 4th season here now.
Okay.
So, and we made playoffs every year, won the championship last year.
This organization is active in providing support to youth from the inner city and their communities by allocating resources to high school baseball fields and providing scholarships as well. Whether you had experience playing in Major League Baseball, whether you've been playing in Little League, or you stopped in high school or even junior college, the Orange County Regional Baseball League is an organization that can help you realize your field of dreams at any age, starting at age 18. This is Marty Gill reporting for Around and About Orange County News.
What an awesome way to round the bases and put smiles on faces. When it rains, it thunders, at least when you're playing in Portland and you're the LA Kiss. A 63-47 loss to the Portland Thunder isn't awful, but it's the LA Kiss's 2nd loss to the team this season. It is the 8th loss in a winless 2015 year, and this marks the 14th straight loss for the arena football team from Anaheim. Portland's record isn't strong, but the LA Kiss may want to avoid more defeats, as 3 more would tie them with a decades-old league record of 17 straight losses. Let's hope it doesn't rain anymore on the LA Kiss. Our reporter Jeanette Duran made her way to a local league and got to meet some of the future MLB stars. Let's check it out.
The Santa Ana Pony League is located in the city of Santa Ana. It is an organized, non-profit baseball league sponsored by various local shops and businesses. It provides recreational baseball fields for children of ages 4 to 14. Today's event is the closing ceremony, which commemorates the ending of spring baseball. The children are given medals or trophies for participating in the sport. The league also gives recognition to the children who made it into the 2015 All-Star Games.
You know, we started out with 200 kids 3 years ago, and we've grown from 200 to 522 kids. Things are definitely moving in a direction that's I think a positive for the community, and overall it's an experience that I think the community can enjoy.
This All-American sport will never get old, and we have leagues like this to thank for keeping the game alive. Reporting for Around and About Orange County News, I'm Jeanette Duran.
Whether those kids are really dedicated to the sport or not, it's great to see them having a good time. It was a war of the ages when the Ducks hosted the Chicago Blackhawks for Game 2 of the Western Conference Final. Chicago had to make up some ground since their loss in Game 1 was so out of the gate. So they scored, and the Ducks would match them. At the end of the regulation, the two teams were tied. After many broken sticks, illegal headbutting, goals, and triple overtime, Marcus Kruger scores and ties up the series for the Blackhawks. And that about does it for this week's sports segment. I'm Rudy G. Let's toss it back to the desk for peanuts.
Those Cracker Jackers, huh, Rudy? We would also like to give a big thank you to our executive producer, Terry Bells, for his long dedication in making SAC TV a great program for learning journalists. Another thank you to all of the technicians who have been more than patient and helpful throughout this semester. We appreciate everything you've done.
With that being said, this concludes our last Around and About Orange County News for this semester. It was a pleasure. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and YouTube.
I thought you were going to say UC and then
Oh, no.
Why not? No. You're supposed to say.